Good morning, everybody. Today, I am going to take the first chapter in SS First. That is, the revolutions that influenced the world. In the beginning of this chapter, a few lines from the poem ഒരു ഉദ്ബോധനം can be seen in the picture. This poem was written by Kumaran Ashan. Let us read these lines. Freedom alone is nectar divine. Freedom is life itself. To a self-respecting people, slavery is more terrible than death. These lines make clear the importance of freedom in our life. You know, we all enjoy a lot of freedom in our day-to-day life. For example, we have freedom of worship. We can go to our worshipping place according to our beliefs. Have freedom to travel from one place to another. Have freedom to express our ideas. So everybody can enjoy freedom without hurting anybody. But in some places, people did not enjoy freedom as we have today. What they had done against this, they had to fight for it. They tried to change this unfair and cruel use of power that prevailed then. Some adopted peaceful means to get freedom. Example, India. India got freedom through peaceful means. Gandhiji, our father of nation, adopted satyagraha and non-violence as his method of protest during the period of Indian freedom struggle. In some other places, people preferred armed rebellion. Armed rebellion means people took up arms and went on strike. Example, American War of Independence. You can learn this armed rebellion later in this chapter. People who were deprived of freedom wanted to establish a new system. What is the peculiarity of the new system? New system giving importance to freedom and rights of the people. Here is a question to learn. Why these struggles are known as revolutions? The answer is that the struggles that tried to change the system which denied the freedom and the rights of the people to establish a new one through armed rebellion or peaceful means. That is why these struggles are known as revolutions. എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ആദ്യകാല സമരങ്ങളെ വിപ്ലവങ്ങൾ എന്നറിയപ്പെട്ടത്? സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യത്തിന് വേണ്ടി ചിലർ സമരത്തിൻ്റെ മാർഗങ്ങൾ തിരഞ്ഞെടുത്തപ്പോൾ മറ്റു ചിലർ സായുധ സമരത്തിൻ്റെ പാത സ്വീകരിച്ചു. സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യവും അവകാശങ്ങളും നിഷേധിക്കുന്ന നിലവിലിരുന്ന വ്യവസ്ഥിതിയെ മാറ്റി പുതിയ ഒന്നിനെ സ്ഥാപിക്കാനാണ് ഈ സമരങ്ങൾ ഓരോന്നും ശ്രമിച്ചത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് അവയെ വിപ്ലവങ്ങളെന്ന് അറിയപ്പെടുന്നു. Next is the important factors that stimulated the earlier revolutions. First one is Renaissance. You have already learned about Renaissance in the previous classes. Let us try to remember some matters about Renaissance age. Renaissance age was an age of transition from medieval age to the modern age. Transitional period here means the period of changes that took place in Europe. Renaissance began from the 14th century and extended till the 17th century. During this period, there were many changes that took place in the field of science, literature, art and architecture, etc. Here we have to learn the significant changes made by Renaissance in human thought, views and life. They are humanism, scientific temper. These are given in the textbook. You need two more. You can write spirit of inquiry and rational thinking. Spirit of inquiry means desire to know. Rational thinking means the ability to think critically to produce good quality of thoughts. Rational thinkers are those who question everything and they are curious about the world. റാഷണൽ തിങ്കിങ് എന്നതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം നല്ല ചിന്തകൾ ഉണ്ടാകാൻ വേണ്ടി വിമർശനാത്മകമായി ചിന്തിക്കാനുള്ള കഴിവിനെയാണ് റാഷണൽ തിങ്കിങ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Here is a question to learn. Which were the significant changes made by Renaissance in human thought, views and life? Answer is humanism, scientific temper, spirit of inquiry and rational thinking. The next important factor that stimulated the earlier revolutions was the Enlightenment movement. What is Enlightenment movement? How did it form? Let us see. You know that during the Renaissance period, science attained great progress in Europe. This scientific progress led to the formation of Enlightenment movement. It is an intellectual and cultural movement. Thinkers of this movement propagated or spread the ideas of freedom, democracy, equality and nationalism. Democracy means it is a form of government in which common people hold political power and can rule directly or through elected representatives. Nationalism means a sense of unity among the people. Enlightenment movement encouraged the people to protest against the autocratic system prevailing then. These protests developed into revolutions. Autocracy means power was in the hands of a despotic ruler or a party. So far, we have discussed two important factors that stimulated the earlier revolutions. Now I am giving some questions. First one, why these struggles are known as revolutions? Second one, which were the significant changes made by Renaissance in the human thought, views and life? Third one, write a short note about the Enlightenment movement.